Hey, what's up guys? It's Chris. We out here again today with a Volume Thrasher V1 bike check. This is the newest bike in my collection. I actually just scooped it up last weekend from the original owner. Overall, it's a pretty solid build, but it was looking kind of rough. Seems like it was left outside for a little while. All the bolts were rusted, chains were rusted, bearings were cooked, so took it apart, gave it a little refresh, and now we're ready to shred. So let's get into this bike check. So we'll start off with the frame. We have here a Volume Thrasher V1 in the matte raw colorway. This is a 50 centimeter, so it's the same size as my V5 cutter, but it does feel a little bit bigger because it has the longer top tube. One thing I really like about the older Volume frames is that they have the iconic head tube cutout. I think it looks really cool, and it's also a really good place to put a sticker. Right now we got a little Homer Simpson in there. Shout out to homie Dom Woozy for sending that over. Looks super cool. And now let's get into the components. We're going to start off here with the handlebars. We have a pair of Volume Trickster V2s in white. This pair is cut to 22 inches. And for the grips, had to dig into the parts bin. Got some Colt Vans grips in black with some random bar ends. Love these grips, feel good, look cool. A little grippy. For the stem, we're running a Demolition front load in anodized purple. It's looking a little faded, but it still looks cool. The top cap, we have a Chris King threadless top cap. This is an ode to the super funky headset setup this came with. There was a Chris King threadless cup pressed into the head tube. Super weird, never seen anything like that before. Luckily, it popped right out. The internal cups in the headset were still crispy, so I just popped in some new bearings. Got this cool Master Bike Co. Cone spacer up top. Shout out Cream for hooking that up. And now it's looking pretty proper. For the fork, we're running a Volume Thrasher fork in white. This bike actually came with a different white Thrasher fork. The original one was pretty rusty. The steer tube was super long, so I pulled this one out of the parts bin. It was already cut to the right length, threw it on, and now we're rolling. Now we're going to talk about the wheel set. I got a pair of Velocity Chuckers in white, laced to Origin 8 hubs. And for tires, I'm running 700 by 32C Continental Ultra Sports. I really like the way these tires look, and they spin really well, and they're really affordable, so solid tires. Up top, this is my go-to setup here. We got the Resist Pivotal with matching Resist seat posts. You know, I like to keep it matchy-matchy and super resist, so run this on pretty much all my bikes. It's my go-to. Get yours today, resistbikes.com. Holler. Next off, we have the Drivetrain. This bike came with an old school Demolition bottom bracket. The bearings were cooked, so I swapped out new bearings, and I have these old Resist cone washers that I've been saving just for this day. So got the Resist bottom bracket going on here. Cranks wise, we're running Demolition cranks. We've got the old school joints here, black with the white logos, 165 millimeter, pretty standard. We also got white Demolition pedals to keep with the black and white theme here. And to keep my feet secure, we got the Chevy Producto straps on there. These ones are the 420 and 421s. Looks super dope, matches the build. Next, we're going to go into the sprocket. This is a Resist 33T. This was some new old stock I've been sitting on. Been saving it for a Volume 1 Thrasher build, so I'm super stoked to get to use it. For the chain, I had this KMC chain chilling in the parts bin. The original chain was super rusty, so pulled this one off, and now we're looking good. Finishing off the drivetrain in the back, we have an EAI cog in 13T with an All-City stepped lock ring. 3313 is one of my favorite ratios. Really good for how I ride. Easy for backpedaling for the spin tricks, and still pretty chill to take out on ride outs. So solid ratio, highly recommend it. So that pretty much wraps up my bike check. I hope you guys liked it, and if you didn't, that's okay too. Let me know in the comments which bike you want me to see do a bike check on next. If you want to see me do tricks on all these bikes I'm doing checks on, follow me on Instagram at Chris_Wayoki. Also want to give a shout out to my sponsors, Volume Bikes and Resist Parts, for keeping me rolling. You guys are dope. You know I love all the Volume and Resist parts, so if you guys have some for sale, send them my way. And I'll see you on the next one. Keep shredding.